Alright, here we go. Welcome to another Mike Likes Games Starcraft edition. Thank you very much. Here spawning on the left side of Antiga Shipyard, we have none other than Biphy, or maybe Biphy. We're going to go with Biphy, the green Zerg. And on the top right, the purple Terran ESC Goody. Goody making a very nice stylistic choice for this particular matchup. I understand how, back in when the first Starcraft came out, the Zerg always seemed to be purple in the campaign. So I see how he's wanted to, make a reversal of roles here. So he has the purple Terran, and in this case, the green Zerg, which I also feel is very fitting with the, the patterns and the themes of Zerg, but a nice variation. Either way, I'm excited about this. Goody's doing nothing surprising here. Getting his supply depot on 11. Or finishing it on 12. Antiga Shipyard. Lots of people say it's unbalanced against Zerg because it's so hard to figure out where to put a fourth base. Also the third, the natural is just fine. Nice wide choke. But the third is a little exposed. You can just kind of swing a corner here. Ooh. And there it is. But as far as your fourth goes, you either have to be all the way up into a whole different spawning area, which seems more like trying to defend 3 bases at once if you ask me, or up in these middle two, which, while are very aggressive and can be good that way, the opposing player can always just take some high ground here and blow it up, which is what happens a lot on these maps, especially with some siege tanks or siege units of any type, and they never seem to last very long. There used to be some rich minerals there, but not anymore. Scaled it back to normal minerals. Excuse me. Expansion going up, as you may imagine. Both players just playing it cool. A very high fashion SCV making his way across the map now. I'm gonna go have a look at his Zerg buddy. Getting a salute from the watchtower. Biphy sent an overlord here, taking a peek. A fast expand from our Terran player as well. Can probably anticipate a fast third out of our Zerg player now that Terran is also expanded quickly. Goody's having a look around, stealing up some of them minerals. Why should your opponent get to have it if you could have it? Off they go, together. There's not a care in the world. Off he goes, headed for home with his long-distance mine. Could just taken some gas. This could mean some cloaked banshees in our near future, which would make me very excited. No tech out of our Zerg player yet, just queens are on the way. Gonna inject. This queen looks like it may be moving out. Either he's worried about Hellions, which he does not need to be. It looks like he's sending out for his third. No, oh, but wait! Goody's gonna fight him for it. The fashionable SCV isn't gonna take that. We're gonna have some worker wars. Here we go. Let's see who comes out on top. The drone, of course, has an advantage. Oh, and he sneaks it right in. Third is a go. And here we have a reactionary bunker. This game just gets better and better, and here come the SCVs to fill it. Do we have a backup SCV maybe for repairs? There you go. Biphy does not want a barrack or a bunker up in his front yard, so he's sending the queen overs, but the Marines would have made it, but they didn't make it in time, and it would be pretty unsafe to wander in there right now. This is going to be a lonely SCV. Oh, they're coming in from behind, getting shots off on the queens. And there's one queen down. Oof. And the Marines run for it into the bunker. Getting shots onto that hatchery. The queens look a little bewildered off creep. They never seem to know what to do out here exposed. This Overlord, however, is getting a nice look at everything. Biphy's, or Goody, is getting his third ready. He has his factory ready to go and a starport for some medevac soon, and here comes the reaction to the bunker. Bunker is doing okay, as is the SCV, but it goes down. And the Marines do not last long, neither did our fashionable SCV. Let's get a look at the units lost. It looks like the Terran came out on the bottom on that one, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and take a look at the units killed. And yeah, it doesn't really... It hurt to lose those queens, but we'll have to see if it was worth it overall later on. You did have to make a lot of Zerglings. There's a Zerglin, Lester. Look at them. Funny little guys, aren't they? Coming to take a peek are our two Hellions. But they called it good. Getting lots of more gas. More factories. Looks like Goody is committing to his mech track. And more. These Hellions, and go ahead and take a look. Off they go. They encounter the queens. And one queen down. Ooh, excuse me. Going ahead, sitting back for now. Queens away from the hatcheries again. It's hard to inject with your queens out in the middle of the map. The Hellions going ahead and take a look at the third. Oh, and there's the backup Banshee. Zerglings moving in. The Hellions back into the corner, but the Zerglings still get the surround. There goes down 1 and 2. Banshee is good and gone. And yeah, very nice defense by Biphy. He's not going to take this laying down. Goody going ahead and set his third down. Got some tech labs here. He's got two siege tanks coming out. One more Banshee. Biphy is setting himself up defensively. He knows that he's got a Terran going mech. He just needs to sit tight and get them Broodlords. Let's see how easy that is in execution. Still no vision on... Oh, there's the scan. We didn't see where it was, though. Oh, there we go. Just taking a look. Yep. He's got a lair and an infestation pit going down. Doesn't look like he got to see that one. Where's the infestation pit? I've never heard of a hidden infestation pit. Oh, there it is. Okay, so he'll probably be moving on to Hive soon. He knows that he's got a Terran with ants in his pants, so he's going to go ahead and try to tech up as quick as he can. There goes the Hive and the Spire together. A very unsuccessful scout on part of Biphy there. Two tanks sieging up, covering the 3 bases. Looking very good defensively. There's a Thor. Gotta love a Thor. Biphy also just teching up. Both players with several scouts roaming the map, making sure there's no crazy hidden expansions. Looks like Biphy wanted to take a nice 4th, but as mentioned, it's hard to take a 4th on this map, and the Hellion was there to just in time to find it go down. So he's not going to have a whole lot of life when he's done. He's going to eventually force the cancel unless he gets something up there to happen. These roaches want to go ahead and take a look at that 3rd. Goody, on the other hand, is quite ready for him. With between siege tanks and Thors, I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. 7 infestors coming out, though, for Biphy. I don't think he has pathogen gland quite yet, though. Oh, no, he already does, so he'll be ready to go with some fungals as soon as they're out. More roaches. Biphy taking map control. He had to cancel that 4th, but he has the watchtower, or at least did until the Soul Banshee came forth. there's the queens trying to get this area ready. And there you go, up on the high ground. One roach down, but this Banshee's going to do well against two queens. Off he goes. Taking out some rocks. Plenty of creep spread. I can't imagine he'll have a problem there. His lair is ready to go. His greater spire on the way. Just the one spire. Doesn't look like he's got any upgrades going yet, but he's got 15 roaches. Let's see if he goes for a drop. Does he have the drop tech taken down already? No, he does not have drop tech, but there's a major thing happening here. Tried to go in and take a look at that third with some lings, but it was no good. Goody is mech'd up and good to go, almost with a maxed out mech army. These roaches don't stand a chance either. Off they run. Goody's gonna go ahead and clean up many a creep tumor on his way down south. And Biphy's fourth is exposed. We're not sure if, but does Goody know about it yet? None of these buttons did anything that I thought they did, apparently. Goody taking his own fourth in a nice aggressive position. And he not only knows about the fourth, he is shooting at it. Sieging up, trying to take out some of those workers. He has two spine crawlers coming in, but they're too far away. And there's the roaches in the back door. Biphy does not want to lose a base, as you might imagine. And he cleans it up. Goody pulling back. The roach drop, cleaned up, and a roach run in, cleaning up this expansion with those broodlords. Alright, the lings trying to run into the base again, but get blocked. A couple made it in though, and here's the major encounter down here. Fungals on the Thors and on the Vikings. The numbers for Biphy going down much faster, but now it's going back, shifting toward Biphy. Goody's not the one not looking great. All Biphy has left are these infestors though. Getting neural parasite for those Thors. 19 roaches coming out. He's able to keep that fourth safe, and it's mining now. More corruptors. Yep, and there's the high ground siege units. The siege tanks probably doing more damage to the command center than they are the infested Terrans. Goody making sure there's no shenanigans up in this portion of the map. He's gonna go ahead and poke in at the fourth. So he's gonna make a move on those drones at the same time that Biphy's making a move on these SCVs. We have 4 broodlords about to come in. And they're just going to be able to camp out and take shots of that planetary. So what's Goody's response? Goody's a little low on food, but he has the siege tanks coming in. And those are going to be some very unhappy siege tanks. Fungled. Oh! And they're going down very quickly. The Vikings are there to respond to the broodlords, though, and they're not going to hold up either. There's 1, 2, 3 down, 4 down. And the roaches come in. All the siege tanks are done on this portion. These ones going down too. How's the planetary looking? It's holding up. SCV's coming in to repair. These Vikings can't do anything, unfortunately. There's a couple siege tanks. It looks like the planetary is going to live to tell the tale, at least for now. Biphy's regrouping. More units and SCVs coming in from Goody, but Goody is suffering a food disadvantage here by about, what is that, 70 food. It's a lot more than he wants to be at, but units keep streaming in for Biphy. Get a nice fungal on those Vikings. They're almost toast, and they've got nothing to show for it. Okay, the Vikings land, never a good sign. Oh my goodness. This is a desperate move by Goody to save the planetary. The SCVs are repairing, but he's almost even out of minerals. Those roaches are making short work of Vikings, but Goody looks like he's gonna hold it off again, but he's still down by 70 food. The roaches run home again. When they come back, they'll be able to pick off those Vikings all day without siege tank support. And where these Zerglings headed, looks like they might swoop around, do a little scouting. This Goody's fourth here is still a major point of contention. Siege tanks getting a look at that high ground, taking out the roaches up there. Biphy still has the watchtower though, so he has good vision. Oh, and those Zerglings swooping in. The SCVs run immediately. There goes the mining. Here comes some Hellions to clean it up, but Biphy is ready to make another move on that planetary. Here's the scan for the high ground, but he moved him out of the way. More wasted energy. Goody now down by 90 food. He is putting up the good turtle fight, but I'm getting a little nervous for him. Burrow coming in for those roaches, and these Hellions are going to go ahead and take a few shots at these drones. Corruptors can't do a thing about it. Roaches going after the siege tanks, but roaches against a siege tank doesn't usually do very well. They got the one. Okay. Biphy only up by 70 food again. Goody, not comfortable. All he's got the money for is a couple of SCVs and a couple Vikings. Plenty of gas banked, but not enough mining. Whereas Biphy is loaded up, ready to go. Getting ready with this, getting his composition ready. Corruptors, Broodlords and Infestors, the money composition for the high tier Zerg. And Biphy, feeling good. He is taking his 5th base up in the top left, running in a few more Zerglings. He's going to run in even more Zerglings into the main, and Goody doesn't have any defense. All of his units are out here at his 4th. These are going to be some very productive Zerglings. Okay, it looks like this may be it. This might be the big show. Biphy is maxed out, ready to make this happen. He's getting all of his units together. Don't want to go in there, split up. Okay, Broodling's going. Planetary gets a few shots off. Gets onto the high ground, but siege tanks can't do a thing about Corruptors and Broodlords. Here come the Vikings, and the Corruptors are ready for him. That planetary fortress, a well-fought fight, finally going down. Goody, though, is not willing to give up this position. He has his siege tanks where he is, and he does not want to move them. Biphy is not worried. He's just going to go ahead and keep taking more bases and keep making Broodlords. The Zerg Creed. Goody massing up. He knows that Biphy has been out there taking bases, and he knows he can't just let that happen. That drone probably going in for a 6th. 6th isn't going anywhere. Pretty much write that base off, but here comes Biphy from behind. He wants that base. His roaches didn't stand a chance. They're not going to be able to do a lot against Corruptors here. Those siege tanks sieging up, getting off tons of damage. Vikings fungled. Vikings are going down. Corruptors are going down. That Thor's getting plenty of splash damage on those Corruptors, but they just aren't dying. Biphy is still maxed. And it looks like between Corruptors and Vikings, Corruptors are going to win. And there's the GG from Goody. A very well-fought fight by Biphy and Goody. Biphy is the winner. And that was a great ZVT. Thanks for joining me today on Mike Likes Games Starcraft Edition. I'm MLGSCE, and y'all have a great day and stay classy.